Hey guys, King of Charmanders here. Today I'll be your judge, your jury, and your analyst. And today I bring to you a shield breaker strat with one of my favorite Pokemon in Go Battle League, Typhlosion. So for those of you that don't know, a long time ago, this was way back in Season 1, King of Charmanders and 2-0 Butters were really good friends. And back then, Butters used Typhlosion for Solar Beams. So when I asked him, I'm like, hey, what do you think about this team? So I put Registeel, Tropius, and Typhlosion together as kind of like a shield break strat team. Didn't have no true save switch. Its sole purpose was to solar beam through shield so Typhlosion can destroy those bunnies and just create... Insanely, it created a whole bunch of really crazy win conditions and solar beam, #GetBeamed. I called it the Mega Beam team. Butters approved, and he was like, yes, it's a phenomenal team. So when I created team made it together, I had so much fun. In Ultra League, Typhlosion with Incinerate is very strong. Incinerate is a great move because you can get Incinerates through fast moves. And with that 20 energy gain per shot, you can Solar Beam your opponent's freaking Pokemon to oblivion. In this case, you have something called Walrein, which you may have seen in the thumbnail. And that Walrus is going to get beamed. The rays of the light will come from the sky and then boom. So in this one, I will shoot the unholy hell out of Walreins, and it actually got me a 5-0, and it's actually been pretty consistent. So this team is really strong. Gallade is your safe switch here, or what you do is you can send in Typhlosion too. Either one works. You can send Typhlosion as a safe switch to break shields, or you can send in Gallade. It's really up to you. Or you'll do what you see in this shoutcast. What I will do if it's a neutral matchup with like Ampharos, I'll just try to break as many shields as I can. And then after that, I will just sweep with the back row by using Typhlosion and Gallade to get that extra energy, just because Confusion and Incinerate are able to just farm down your opponent, throw all the energy in the back, and that's GG's. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the battle. This is a sweet 5-0. I love this freaking team. And also, well, I almost forgot, but my mental health tip of the day is going to be the sun. Speaking of sun, Solar Beam, solar and sunlight. So, you know, sunlight is often associated with sunburn because, you know, when you go out, you have sunscreen, etc. I've probably used this tip before, but, you know, getting out and getting some sun is actually really good for you. It gives you increased vitamin D, no pun intended, which also helps you function the body, get your cell growth, and helps you with important functions of your body. So, just make sure, also put on sunscreen if you're going to be outside for 15 minutes, unless you got, like, Filipino brown skin, or like if your skin of the darker color and you got hella melanin or whatever the heck not. And yeah, you can, even though, yes. Also, it does improve your mood, and believe it or not, it also helps you with a higher quality of sleep. Because in your body gets naturally, like, you're spending a little bit of time outside, your body kind of like adjusts and you're like, oh, okay, get some sun, and it helps you increase your melatonin. So, with that, you're going to be able to produce more melatonin, and it will allow you to catch some Z's. It helps you sleep a lot faster. I typically will go outside for a little bit just so that I can soak up some sun. Well, when I go to the office anyways, because I'm a therapist and whatnot, you know, I gotta go outside to freaking go out to the office anyways. And yes, it does. It helps improve your mood, gets you some sleep, and of course that valuable vitamin D. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this shoutcast. It does feature, it's basically a shield breaker shot. What that means is you're going to break your opponent's shield with pressure, farm down, and with extra energy, just absolutely nuke the unholy hell, or beam the holy crap out of your opponent's back row. Anyways, let's get started. Alright, and here are the battles. As you see, we got Daddy Nerdy. I approve of that name, sir. We are all nerds here. There's nothing wrong with that. We get Walrein into Ampharos. This is a great lead for us. And as you see here, for some odd reason, this game decides to really not want to swap me out. I was like, what the heck is going on? I'm like, why? Why isn't it swapping me? As of in live moment, I'm like, why is it lagging right now? Good sir, what is this? My teammate Battle Bill is like a living meme now because of that. What is this? Swap me out, please. Anyways, as you see here, we're just getting Rock Blasted to oblivion. However, we should be able to comfortably just farm down this Heracross with Confusion. And then we get a freaking, I'm guessing that's a Charizard. Where I'm like, ah, crap. Okay, this is really going to suck because I'm hoping I break a shield with Leaf Blade, and I do. And it's not just a Charizard, it's a Purified Charizard. Ooh, extra spicy. Not really. So Charizard works really well for the fact that it's able to charge a lot of energy. Blaster does big damage, and you still tap Dragon Claw. So it's a very decent mod. They swap into Walrein, and I am going ham right now. I'm like super excited. I'm like, the dopamine rush has started happening. I'm like, oh my god, you are so screwed because I have Typhlosion into Walrein. And my brain is like, what? Is this an Icicle Spear? Because they just fired right away. That's why you don't see me shielding. At the same time, I am psychotic. At the same time, I am insane. And I am about to summon the power. You know, it's like Sunny D. Except my D, I was about to make a really bad joke there. But yeah. As you see here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to charge up to 100 energy, and then I'm going to summon after one freaking charge move. Come on, it's already going to happen. Just accept it. Just shh, just quiet. You know, it's like when you're like shh, just go to sleep. It's okay, because I'm going to summon the power of the sun like Sunny D, and I'm going to summon the Solar Beam and to KO this freaking Shadow Walrein, and that's GG's. And all I got to do is Thunder Punch 1-2 this freaking Charizard like Muhammad Ali. We swap in really fast, and then float like a butterfly, sting like a beamer, or sting like a bee, or in this case, an Ampharos. I don't know. Does electricity does it really like sting? Well, no, technically it kind of stings. And as you see, we got legend on legend action, just like from before, except this is a current legend that's dropped all the way, and now they are having some fun. Because you know what? That's a Samurott. Good sir, I approve of the spice. However, the fact that this thing takes out its sword is... this thing has like the best animation of all time. It literally like, it's like Demon Slayer. Like, you know, when Tanjiro takes out the sword, and then you just like, whoosh, whoosh, and then it's amazing. I love it. Anyways, we're going to straight Thunder Punch this thing to death. They're content to stay in. They probably really don't like Ampharos, so that's why they're staying in. But at the same time, it's still not a bad matchup here. Well, it's a bad matchup for them, but they should be able to get to 2 Hydro Cannons. And at the same time, we're going to do the Shield Breaker strat like I mentioned. So our goal is to break as many freaking shields as possible. They let Samurott go. And I'm expecting not really expecting a Gengar, but I was like, okay, something that charges fast with a lot of pizzazz and spam. Spam is pretty good, by the way. Spam with rice, typical Filipino food. For those of you that are of the Islander descent, you know what I'm talking about. Or those of you that like spam. As you see, we pop both shields, so we already set up we set up our strategy. The shield advantage slash... shield advantage slash let's send Typhlosion in and go to ham. I'm going to send in Gallade here, though. I want Gallade to essentially just wipe out this Gengar. I don't want to send Typhlosion so it doesn't need any damage. So Gallade is basically just my sponge right now. I'm going to send Typhlosion, get Incinerate through, and they send in a Walrein. So you already know what's going to happen with shield advantage. And the fact it takes you a minute to get the Earthquake. I'm going to summon the power of the sun. The light of the ray is going to come into the sky. And you are going to hashtag get freaking beamed, baby. There goes another seal for the extinction list. And then that's GG's. Dang, good sir. 2 freaking walruses just absolutely beamed. And there's this weird glitch going on. Do you see me? I'm totally going Super Saiyan right now. Like, this is, I don't know, I'm pretty sure that's happening to some of y'all, but, like, why the heck is the, like, charge move animation going on? Like, I like Dragon Ball Z, don't get me wrong, but dang, bro, like, yo, like, what did you break this time, Niantic? It's not like this game. You know, this game is, there's totally nothing wrong with this game. This game is totally a S-tier product. Nothing is wrong with it. All bugs are fixed, except even though we got that letter in 2000, whatever the hell, not 2 years ago, and nothing, and Go Battle League is still a raging piece of garbage. Yes, but we still play it. Because I like Pokemon. But anyways, as you see here, when you get Obstagoon versus Ampharos, try to get as many Volt Switches as you possibly can, like I'm doing over here. Your opponent might wise up and be like, okay, they're not going to, like, Focus Blast me. So, as you see here, I should have went one more to threaten Focus Blast, but that's perfectly fine, because you're going to see me get 2 extra Volt Switches here. We got 1 already, and then as you see here, I'm going to fire another one, and then poof, we're going to get the Thunder Punch to death. You want to break as many shields as humanly possible. If you get a neutral lead, you can just sack Ampharos in the lead, because technically you don't win this lead. Keyword is technically. You're going to come out with less shields than your opponent, as you see here. But despite that fact, I want to get that extra energy. So we're going to lose alignment, but Typhlosion is going to get 1 Incinerate worth of energy. And now we're going to just blast. We're just going to, you know, and like Danny DeVito. Anyways, I started blasting. So we're just going to blast burn. We're going to break all these shields. Sadly, you will not see a Solar Beam for the rest of this match. We're going to have to burn it down like Seth Rollins when he was cool. And this Joker gimmick is really bad. If you are a WWE fan, I too am sad about the product of WWE right now. It's getting really bad, you guys. I don't know, I might take my services to AEW. You never know. Anyways, as you see here, we get that extra incinerate through. But I'm going to shield, and we should be able to get more energy. I banked the blast burn because I'm like, okay, we might be able to take what's in the back, and it happens to be an Excavalier, which is great. So the thing about Excavalier, we should be able to live a drill run, or unless this thing has air release, because I'm going to close combat. And then all we're going to do is we're going to attempt to, even if Gallade does die here, we can get an extra blast burn with energy, and ideally, I wanted to Solar Beam the Gengar. Unfortunately, our opponent elects to drill run here, lets their Excavalier go, and then it should be able to take that Shadow Claw from Gengar, and then we burn it down. I really wanted to Solar Beam Gengar, even though I probably would have lost this, and this wouldn't have been a 5-0. But yeah, you know, just established dominance. And as you see here, like, the entire screen just disappears, and I don't know why, but that's GG's. So, yeah. What did you break, Niantic? What the hell did you break, man? And then here is Battle 4 and Battle 5 of the 5-0. Essentially, what you do here, if you lose a lead, you say switch into Gallade. That, or you just, like you do in neutral matchups like there, just come out with shield advantage and lose alignment. Here's another case, Gengar versus Ampharos. This is a very neutral lead. We're going to straight Thunder Punch to death. We are going to punch you 1, 2, 3, 4, like Terrence Crawford when he switch hits. Or Manny Pacquiao. I'm so sad that Manny retired. You know, I'm Filipino, and Manny Pacquiao is an 8-division champion, and one of the greatest boxers of all freaking time. Obviously, will be the greatest Filipino boxer of all time, but yes, I am sad. As you see here, our opponent attempts to ball out, and you, sir, even though I agree with your balls going really... Okay, that was really weird. Anyways, they balled really hard, and as you see here, we will take out this Gengar. We will have shield advantage, and plenty of I don't know why you wouldn't shield that. Because theoretically, I think you can get to another Shadow Punch laying that. But they wanted to come out with shield advantage. I don't know if that was worth. They pop both shields here. And now I'm just ultra confused. Because I'm like, I have a shield. You blew your energy here. And now I have 2 whole mons to wreck your soul. We have shield advantage as well. Which means I'm going to burn you down. I'm going to burn down all of your hopes and dreams. Take this, my love, my anger, and all my sorrow. If you love G Gundam and you know that phrase, Domo Kashu is an amazing freaking character. And I love Gundam. I don't love this though. That is a Dragonite. And with Shadow Dragonite, we're going to have to be a little fancy here. Because it does resist everything. I have to throw it, but the fast move damage, which is why I'm chipping away at it with my Typhlosion, blast burn it down, take out some chip damage, and then this should just be a Dragon Claw, even though it has Dragon Tail. We should be able to confusion down, and we have enough energy to throw at that Excavalier in the back. I elect to go for close combat, you know, just because overkill is always welcome. And I was like, wow, that didn't kill. Okay, fine, here you go. Yeah, overkill is better than underkill. You need to make sure it's dead. You need to make sure it's gone. You need to make sure it's KO'd, and then you need to make sure they go into the next trip to the Pokemon Center. You know, I wonder, does Pokemon Centers take insurance? I don't know. But yes. Anyways, as you see, that was a sweet freaking win. And now this one is just mean. Well, I don't know if it's mean, but I see we got legend on legend action. We've just been facing like, just sweaty battles across the board. This is why I like this team so much, because there's a lot of Poliwraths running around. And we got a Typhlosion. And I'm like, oh, you too. Well, actually, there are a lot of people using Typhlosion core teams. Not for the purpose of what I'm doing it. Yeah. Anyways, as you see, we get a Typhlosion. All we're going to do here is try to get as much energy as I can. They're likely going to try to double blast for me and pop both of my shields. But I want to use this Typhlosion to essentially just grab all its energy or just win alignment. So I have more pressure on this Typhlosion than they do with me, just because it incinerates a 5-turn. Of course, Volt Switch is a 4-turn move. They try to burn me down, just perfectly fine. I let the Volt Switch through, and then I'm like, okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to shield here, because that Volt Switch went through, and I should be able to just farm down this Typhlosion. I have so much energy right now that I should be able to break that last shield, and I still got 2 healthy Mons in the back. Usually what happens in this scenario, you're going to have Gallade for Poliwrath. They elect to send in Poliwrath, and I'm kind of confused as to why. So I'm just going to straight Thunder Punch it at. This should break their final shield and do heavy damage to Poliwrath. Like I mentioned, we got Gallade for that Poliwrath. So we should be vibing pretty hard right now, you know what I mean? We're going to just punch, break all the shields. And then as you see here, I want them to blow their energy, which they're going to have to. This should be a Dynamic Punch, and this should KO. And then we got Gallade and Typhlosion. So they elect to Scald me. They make me very, very wet. Man, this is not a PG-13 service, by the way. I'm just saying. Well, as you see, well, I am you know. As you see here, I get a little bit of energy on Gallade. I can survive a Blast Burn here. The game plan here is to basically either wipe out Charizard with Blast Burn, which I don't think it does. In the green, you don't kill with Blast Burn. But I just want to bank all that energy because I wanted to make sure I have, just in case something goes wrong, I can Leaf Blade down. So they're either going to take out my Typhlosion here, or I'm going to be able to get that extra confusion so I have a Leaf Blade bank, and that should be GG's. Dragon Claw goes through. That shouldn't KO at this range, though, and as you see, we get an extra Blast Burn. Should be able to hit another Blast Burn. This won't kill. Unfortunately, I'm so low. My Typhlosion's so low right now, so I won't be able to get the Solar Beam, so no Get Beamed, sadly. But as you see here, the Incinerate doesn't go through, but that's perfectly fine. I have a Leaf Blade bank. Leaf Blade goes through. I chop your freaking Poliwrath's arms off and its head. Decapacitation. And that's GG's for this sweet 5-0. I hope you guys enjoyed the battles. Again, break two shield strats and then sweep with Typhlosion. It's this wonderful strategy. Used it before with Ultra Premier Classic round. And I'm having so much fun doing it again. Here's this sweet 5-0. I hope y'all enjoyed the battles. 5-0 with Typhlosion beaming all these walruses down to oblivion, or hashtag get beamed. And that's GG's. I hope you guys enjoyed the battles. As you saw there, we beamed the holy crap out of some poor freaking walruses. It's absolutely hilarious, and I love Typhlosion, and I think I plan on using this team for the rest of Ultra Premier Classic. Look out for those PvP tutorials. Back on that poll, you guys are like, hey, do this, and I'm like, okay, so I'll start working on those PvP videos, those tip videos. I plan on working beginners first and then moving on. That, or I'm going to do like win condition videos first, etc. So I'm going to get that put together. While I'm working on that, I will also be doing Legends Arceus. So Legends Arceus is coming out soon. And with that being said, I plan on doing both Legends Arceus and Pokemon Go content. So Legends Arceus is probably going to be like every other day. So, like, 3 videos a week, and then Pokemon Go will be consistent every day. I haven't stopped uploading yet. I want to reach, my goal for this year is to have 1,000 videos uploaded. So, yes, 1,000 videos. I worked really freaking hard to get to this point. Because I did everything everyone else told me to do, and it didn't really work out until, like, I found my niche, and then I started biting everything. And then Hero Vange is absolutely amazing. If you know who Hero Vange is, he's doing well. And if you do me a huge favor, please like and subscribe. It's totally for free. And you see these 2 little lizards right here. If you see that little box at the bottom right, I'm going to get an emote that I can do on the top right that says, please subscribe, and just points to the box at the bottom. Just so that you could put that. So just for like YouTube stuff, I'm just going to probably do that. Like, hey, here's an arrow pointing that says, hey, please subscribe. Please and thank you. Anyways, I really appreciate my current subs. You can easily subscribe by, you see a little box right there. Put your mouse over it. Bam. You can easily subscribe. Makes it easy. You don't have to scroll down. Appreciate my current subscribers, really do. I hope y'all are doing well. Good luck on your Go Battle League sets, and I will see you guys on the next video.